welcome back to my channel, Jamaica Roots TV. Hope you're all doing well today. Thank you for joining me on this video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for the support. For those who have not yet subscribed, please feel free to do so. It's appreciated. Thanks for the support. So now we're going to be commenting on what happened in Clarendon with Kamiesha Wright and her 4 children. We're going to go through a sequence of events of what really took place, and just to keep everybody up to date as to what really happened, right? With Kamiesha Wright and her 4 children. So we know that Kamiesha is a hardworking mom, currently pursuing a nursing career, doing exams and all that, plus sending 3 kids to school. One is a toddler. So imagine getting them off to school and then getting the toddler maybe to her mom to take care of for the day, or maybe someone comes to the house to take care of him, and then she has to get some transportation to her school to do her nursing course, right? And you have to be focused and you have to be diligent to be doing all of this, to be juggling all of this. Washing, cooking, cleaning, going to school, studying, doing exams, running a business, selling juice, and then on top of everything, plus she has her common law spouse, right? And he is a soldier, JDF soldier active. And this is a lot that one person is carrying, right? On top of it, someone comes from your family, right, and asks you for some help, for some assistance to stay in the home. You don't have enough space for your children because you can see that it's not a big home and it's 5 people, right? Plus, her common law spouse maybe doesn't live there, probably comes and goes maybe from the camp and whatnot. Get a hold of Kamiesha. So he called the mother. He was trying to contact them or contact Kamiesha, and he couldn't get a hold of her. So he contacted the mom. And the mother was also trying to call her. And she was just trying to maybe organize now to go over to her house, and then someone phoned the mom and told her that they checked on them, right? And everybody in the house has passed. I believe it's her brother that discovered them, and by the time he came out of the house, another person in the community called the mom and told her that the situation was grim inside the house. So, let's backtrack. He came to the home about 2 months ago, allegedly looking refuge, right? Because something happened in Trelawney. The news is saying, or there are reports saying that he left Trelawney in a hurry because there was, people after him who were involved in scamming, and they were after him, so he left the community, right? There's also a report, this is official, from the police that he injured the dad. I believe they say that he stabbed the dad, his own father. And the case was called up in court and the dad was not present. So whenever you have the complainant not being present in court, then the case is not going to go forward. And as you know, it's his son, it's blood, it's his child. Even though he did X and Y to the dad may say that, I'm just going to give him a chance. Or it's my child, I don't want to go any further with this. Hopefully it doesn't happen again, right? But I believe that there could be more to this story, because for it to reach to a stabbing, maybe that household where he's living in is not really a quiet zone, if you know what I mean. there can be arguments, because I just don't see a sudden stabbing, right? There were probably a lot of arguments that led up to this, right? Because there's always like a sequence of events, right? And it led to the stabbing of the dad. So from what I believe, or it's in my opinion, that maybe the dad was speaking to him about his behavior, his actions, what he's doing, and trying to get him to probably get a job and leave certain lifestyle and all of that, and he's not in agreement with what the dad is saying, and he turned around and there was arguments, and then arguments and more arguments, and then this is the day that things really come to a head where he injured the dad. And that is huge. If you can take NIFE and injure your own father, then there is a great possibility of you doing the same or worse to someone else, right? So now he's in Clarendon. He turned up and she accepted him. Even though she does not have the financial resources, she does not have the space to take in one more person along with her 4 children. And remember, 3 are girls, right? She must have thought long and hard about it and decided, hey, he doesn't have anywhere to put his head. I'm going to let him stay on the sofa. Because according to the reports in the newspaper, he was sleeping in a sofa, right? And this is a teaching moment for us, right? For the woman, you can't put your children safety at risk, because the what's going on right now in Jamaica and in the world at large, you can't do these things anymore, right? It's just like how when your parents used to send you to the country on summer vacations and you're down there for the whole 6 or 8 weeks, exploring, going to river, doing this, doing that. A lot of parents, 90% of parents will not do that in this age. Percent of parents will not send their children anywhere if they're not there, right? So when things and times have changed, unfortunately, we have to change what we used to say yes to. It has to become a no. And when someone says no, people do not like to say no, but there are certain circumstances that you have to say no. And when you say no, it does not deserve any explanation. Just no. You don't have to explain anything after that. Safety should be paramount, and your children's safety should be paramount. But, of course, Kamiesha, she had a golden heart. Everybody said she's sweet. She's a sweet person, and she tries to help everybody. Knew of the situation with her kids, and the place is not big enough, and she still allowed this adult male in her home, right? There was an argument because I've been searching every single print media I can find and every interview. And one of the family members said he overheard Kamiesha saying to the suspect, "Nothing in ya enough for you." And she didn't tell him to leave, but that was the day before the murder took place. So she was selling juice from her home. We know that she's an entrepreneur, right? She has that spirit, right? And this lady did not shy away from doing rough work. She was on a site, a construction site, working to provide for her children and going to school, right? So she's juggling quite a bit. And that must have triggered something when she said, "Nothing in ya enough for you." So he must have been taking out stuff or touching things that he did not ask permission to touch, or invading in certain things, right? Probably just going into the fridge and removing some of the items that she was selling, right? Though that there were rumblings, there are arguments since he came there 2 months ago. So he must have come to the house about late April, early May. And are rumblings because, as you know, when someone comes into your environment, comes into your home, they're not working, and you have your children to look after, it is going to be a financial strain. However, I heard the mom, Miss Gwendolyn McKnight, saying they got him a job and he was working. So was he employed at the moment? Or was he working and then he lost the job? Because we're hearing other things that he was selling X, Y, and Z, allegedly. But the mom said he was working. They got him a job. So I don't know what exactly happened, but something happened in that home. It is alleged that he was sharpening a knife the day before the MURDERS. Number one, he was sharpening a knife. A knife that was found in the bushes behind the house with bloody clothes. So there's a chain of events here. And they did not have any inkling as to why he was sharpening the knife. It's a very sad situation. A very sad situation. I don't even want to imagine what happened in that house. They were asleep and then the attack came. Did the person lock the door? Did they try to escape? Oh my. This one hurts. I mean, every single takeaway hurts, but that this young mother lived with her children and there was just no one there to protect them in a time like this, when this gruesome attack was being carried out. Not even a sound, nothing. So the police have found the clothes, the bloody clothes, and the report said the bloody clothes matches the clothes that the suspect have worn in the past. So we're just waiting, and we're waiting on official word, because there are some unofficial reports coming out that the suspect confessed. There's some unofficial reports coming out that the suspect had confessed. We're waiting first to see if this is going to be in the news, right? I don't see it in the Gleaner and in the Observer and other official sites, so we're going to wait. But that is the unofficial report coming out, that the suspect had confessed. That was a late report yesterday. So we're also hearing another report saying that the government will help with the funeral expenses of the victims. And I think Jamaica is expecting the government to step up on this one and just help with all the funeral expenses. Cannot begin to quantify what they're going through, losing their daughter and 4 grandkids in this vicious way. So I think they should just take that burden off them and just handle all the funeral expenses for the 5 victims. It's very heart-rending. So we're going to be watching the reports and then come back and fill everyone in reports and doing another video right behind this one as soon as we get official word as to what is happening with the suspect. Right? It's alleged that he confessed and we don't know, so we're waiting on official word, and we'll be doing a follow-up video after this. Thank you for joining me on this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Take care of yourself and others. Bye for now.